Hi everybody, Lambkin here, hope you're all doing good. A lot of you guys know me as a bit of a, you could say, connoisseur of obscure Tekken mechanics. And today, I'm definitely going to deliver on that reputation. I'm actually going to show you two different kinds of tech today that has to do sort of with the same mechanic. And I'm just going to start out by straight up showing you what they are, and if you find them interesting or intriguing, you can keep watching and I will explain exactly how they work. So both of these tech has to do with how you can back roll into your opponent from a face-up grounded state here. Now you're probably aware that you can back roll into a get-up mid kick or a get-up low kick. But are you aware that you can actually back roll into a instant while standing move, just like this? With Feng you have while standing 4 and while standing 3. And are you aware that you can also back roll into a instant back turn move, as for example, Feng's back turn 3 here, or his back turn down 3. And this is why I picked Feng to showcase this mechanic here, because he's a prime candidate since he has a 18 frame normal hit launching down 3 here that you can actually back roll into like this and mask the animation, making it really hard for your opponent to react to, basically impossible to react to and really hard to predict as well. So this can be a very useful mechanic depending on what character you have, depending on what kind of while standing moves you have or what kind of back turn moves you have. Now this mechanic did also exist in previous Tekken games, but as far as normal hit low launchers is concerned, it was a lot stronger in previous games, being that these would give you a full combo, rather where in Tekken 8 normal hit low launchers like snake edges and all that kind of stuff were nerfed so that they only give you an insta-bound combo. And Martial Law is actually the only example, as far as I'm aware, who completely lost his only normal hit low launcher. His back turn down 4 doesn't launch anymore. Alright, so the first thing you need to know about these mechanics is that even though they technically work for every single character in the game, the utility of them is going to vary a lot depending on what character you play. And these mechanics are actually also kind of restrictive. And what I mean by that is that just because you have a good while standing move or back turn move, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work with these mechanics. I'm going to give you a showcase of a bunch of different characters and a bunch of different examples to show you some of them, but ultimately you're gonna have to try and play with this a little bit yourself as well. So first of all, these mechanics does not work with while standing move or back turn move that has to do with the punch button, so either be a 1, 2, 1+2, whatever. It doesn't work for some reason. You can only do it with the moves that involve the kick buttons. So for example, Feng here, he does have a while standing 1 and a while standing 2 as well. He has a back turned 1, back turn 1+2, back turn 2 heat engager, but these are not going to work with this mechanic. I can do back turned 3, I can do back turned instant back turn down 3, but I cannot do 1+2 or 1. It's just going to, nothing is going to happen here. Same goes for the while standing move. I can do while standing 3. I can do while standing 4, if I time it correctly here, but I cannot do while standing 1 or while standing 2. It's just gonna buffer a jab here. So keeping all of these things in mind, we can generally say about these mechanics that they're going to be useful for characters who have very useful while standing moves or back turn moves that has to do with the kick buttons. So for example, Feng, it's not going to be so much the while standing moves, as this is like heavily punishable, but you're going to have good option in instant back 3, which gives you heavy plus frames on block, or a unseeable low normal hit launcher in instant back turn down 3. Now with Martial Law here, for example, his back turn game is pretty useless in this iteration of Tekken, so you're no longer gonna be relying on back roll into instant back turn down 4 or back roll into back turn 4-3. Instead, you have to take advantage of the fact that you have some of the best while standing kick moves in the game. So that will be, of course, back roll into instant while standing 3 DSS pressure, and the same with the while standing 4 into DSS, of course. Now let's take Raven as an example here. Now Raven doesn't have any particularly impressive while standing moves, but he does have some good backturn moves. For example, he has a backturn down 3 normal hit launcher just like Feng, although his comes out at 25 frames instead of 18, so it's a lot slower and definitely reactable. But Raven, on the other hand, can actually mix this up with a safe on block backturned heat engager. His backturn 4 here is -5 on block. It's a heat engager. It's a mid. And it actually launches when you're in heat. So this is actually a really good way to mix up your opponent. Especially if they think you're gonna do like a back roll into like get up low kick. You can actually catch them off guard with the heat engager here. Alright, so how to actually utilize these mechanics? Well, let me show you. So it's actually really straightforward for both of these. It all has to do with timing. So you will notice that once you back roll into the opponent, there is a point where you are back turned towards your opponent just before you recover. And if you press within this window, this is when you will get the back turn input. And if you wait until here, when you turned around and almost stood up completely in front of your opponent, if you press here, this is when you will get the while standing input. And all you have to, let's start with the while standing one here. All I have to do, I don't have to press any of the directional inputs. All I have to do is press the corresponding button. So for example, if I want to do while standing free instantly after a back roll, all I have to do is press free at the right timing, and it's not super strict. So remember what I said before, I have to wait until I'm approximately here, right? And so if I time it correctly, if you look at my input display, all I'm pressing is free, I'll get the while standing free here. Now if I press a bit earlier, at the point where I'm back turned towards my opponent, this is when I will get back turned free instead, just like this. And of course it works the same way if I want to do while standing 4 or back turned down 3. And of course this is how it works for every character. It's all about the timing. Alright, now here at the end I'm just gonna throw in a little montage of me showcasing some different moves with different characters, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what's possible with the different characters. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful and informative. And until next time, I hope you have a good one. See you soon. Goodbye.